In 1883, Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop bequeathed in her will her entire estate for the establishment of a school to educate Hawaiian children. Born on December 19, 1831, Princess Pauahi was the daughter of High Chiefs Abner Paki and Laura Kumia, and great-granddaughter of Kamehameha I, the great warrior chief that united the islands under his rule in 1810. When Pauahi was born in 1831, the population of natives was approximately 124,000. But by the time she wrote her will in 1883, the native population had plummeted to a mere 44,000. This was due largely to the arrival of Captain James Cook in 1778, at which time the introduction of foreign influences overtook and weakened the traditional Hawaiian way of life. Cook and his men also brought with them diseases to which Hawaiians had never before been exposed to, leaving the Hawaiians with no immunity, claiming the lives of tens of thousands. This decline greatly saddened and deeply troubled Princess Pauahi, and she believed that the lack of education of her people exacerbated that decline. It was her hope that there would be a turning point, through education and the adoption of traditional Christian habits, that the native population would once again flourish. Now, how does any of this have to do with me? Well, in the fall of 2002, I received a letter in the mail that, little did I know at the time, would come to shape the rest of my life. It was my acceptance letter into the 7th grade at Kamehameha School's Kapalama campus. Up until this point, I didn't know very much about the school, besides what my relatives had told me. My grandma and uncles and aunts had graduated from there, and made it clear to me that getting into the school was a big deal. But still the question as to why was never really answered. And if you would have asked me what was so unique about my school as I was a student there, the best answer I probably could have come up with was the uniforms. And honestly, they weren't unique in a good way. But looking back now as an alumni, I can without a doubt say that the way of life on that mountain and the unique experiences you get are ones that stay with you forever. So my first year of middle school started, and I went to my first 7th grade Hawaiian language class with Kumu Kealoha. In Hawaiian, Kumu means teacher. And this class was my first step into the Hawaiian culture. Every day, in order to enter the classroom, we had to do Oli Aloha, which is a traditional Hawaiian chant, out of respect for the teacher, asking for permission to come into the classroom. And based on our performance of this Oli, if we showed ho'ihi, or respect for this teacher, by not playing around and saying the Oli correctly, the kumu would welcome us and respond to us with a welcoming chant, allowing us to enter. But if we didn't show ho'ihi, we were playing around and not focused, she wouldn't Oli back to us. And at that point, we would have to Oli over and over and over again until she felt we were ready to come into the classroom. So as my middle school years came to an end, and I made my way further up the hill to high school, I began to feel a sense of ownership towards the school. Now, it wasn't just somewhere I went to learn my academics, and that was it. I developed a new sense of awareness, belonging, and pride of who I was, really. Not just a girl, or a person, or another student at a school, but as a Hawaiian. Even though I wasn't very good at it at this point, the summer after my freshman year, I took 3rd year Hawaiian language class. And we went on a field trip to Ahapunana Leo o Kauaihao. It's a Hawaiian language immersion preschool. So we went there for a couple hours and we helped the teachers and played with the kids for a little. But as soon as I stepped foot into that door and saw all these cute 3- and 4-year-olds playing and laughing and joking with each other in Hawaiian instead of English, my mind was completely blown. I didn't even know that that existed at that point, and when I saw it, something hit me and I knew I had to be a part of this. Here I had, right in front of my eyes, was the future and the hope and perpetuation of the Hawaiian people. It dawned on me that if we wanted our culture to continue and strive, it was the keiki, the kids, that we would have to focus on. And that was the exact moment that it clicked, and I knew that I had to become a teacher. Each year at Kamehameha, there is a high school-wide event that brings together the legacy of traditional Hawaiian music and immerses every single high school student in it for 3 months. It's called Song Contest. So the way that Song Contest works is that each year, a different theme or composer is chosen to honor, from which each class, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors, choose 3 songs sung completely in the Hawaiian language to arrange into a 4-part harmony and then perform live on television in front of a statewide audience. After all the classes take turns singing all of their songs, a panel of highly qualified musical judges give out awards. Song Contest is something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. And not just because of the countless hours of practicing, but because of the feeling of pride that I would get up on that stage, hand in hand with my classmates, knowing how proud our kupuna, our ancestors, would be, knowing that even though they're not around anymore, their soul and their legacy lives on through each and every one of us. So many of the encounters and experiences at Kamehameha taught me to give back to those who have helped me get where I am today. This value is taught to all at Kamehameha from a very young age, from the smallest preschooler to the headmaster and all the trustees. Every year on December 19th, the entire school gathers in the gymnasium to take the time to pause and remember our founder, Mahalo Pauahi. As a senior, Founders Day starts at Mauna Ala, the royal mausoleum and burial site of Princess Pauahi and her family. Side by side, all as beneficiaries, students, staff, and trustees paid tribute to Pauahi and her legacy. Following our visit to Mauna Ala, we all returned to Kekuapi'o Gymnasium. We sing mele, traditional song, and du'oli, or chants, dedicated to her to show our appreciation.